Go ahead, Dot.
Yeah, I haven't worked all this before. I'm Dot. I've been in construction and facilities management for well over 30 years, and I was just working up in Fort McMurray in Alberta, running a small construction company up there, and returned back to the States, and I'm looking more to advance women in the industry because I think we can make a significant difference.
Thank you so much.
Sounds good.
All right, Ted, it's all yours. Go ahead.
New way of thinking. And this is what this program is about. If we're going to solve the problems in the construction industry, and specifically we're trying to improve productivity and profitability, we have to think about doing things differently. Albert Einstein, he had the great quote, it's insanity to keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting to get a different result. That doesn't happen. So we have to change the way we think. And it's about how we think about the planning process. It's how we think about about reliability. These are items we're going to talk about some more as we go through the program. It's about how we think about the client. It's about doing things right, not just doing it. And this is one of my problems with project management programs, is a lot of it's focused on the process instead of the results. We need to have a little bit of flexibility, and some of the new technologies and approaches or processes that are coming out today address doing it right, not just doing it. About eliminating waste. Waste kills the construction industry. 57%, it's estimated 57% of the activities on a construction project, we're talking about design through construction, do not add any value to the project. That's scary. 57% of the work has no value and is not needed. So why are we doing it? And this is what's killing our costs and profitability. And the last one you got to understand is that this whole idea, what we're going to talk about, improving productivity and profitability, is not a destination, but it's a journey. And so it's about continuous improvement. Even Toyota, when they come out and they talk about lean, for example, they've been doing it since 1973. So we're going on, 30 some years? Almost 40 years, 42 years. And they still say they're in the infantile stage. And the construction industry has been playing around with lean concepts for maybe 10 to 15. So what does that put us in? We're just getting started, and it's a long way. But the problem is a lot of people want to think they can fix this whole problem overnight. Well, you're not going to fix it overnight. And that's part of the problem, is when people try to do too much too quick, they overwhelm their people. People get frustrated, and then they just quit. They give up. You have to have stuff that they can bite and chew and swallow. If you give them, try to feed somebody water with a fire hose, you're going to knock them down. You're not going to give them any water. And it's the same kind of a concept. We have to slow the process down, but we can make tremendous improvement. And even doing little things adds up. One of the amazing statistics is if you take improve yourself 28 seconds a day. That's it, 28 seconds. Not much. Most people think that's insignificant. Well, do that 28 seconds a day, every day, compounded. What you're going to end up in 3 years, you'll double your productivity. So we don't have to find big things. We need to find a lot of little things, and there are thousands of those. So we got to move in that direction. Strategic thinking system. Here's the 5 steps that we have to go through. One, it starts with getting the right people involved. We've talked about that sometime. Then you got to define the problem. What are we trying to solve? Whether it's a project, what are we trying to achieve with the project? We're trying to develop a company strategy. What strategy? What are we trying to achieve for the company? Or if we're doing a project, what are we trying to do? Or what's the problem? What are we trying to eliminate? The number one reason why projects fail is lack of a clear definition. So we don't define the problem first. It's pretty hard to solve it. You end up solving the wrong problem. Then we come up with the possible solutions. We just try ideas. And then how you eliminate a lot of those, you go through, does it cover all the things that we're trying to do in the solution? If this one doesn't cover all those, then we cross those off. And when after you've done that, you may end up with a couple that appear to do that. Then you go through that and you pick one and say, I'm going to pick this one. Let's try it. We test it, see if it works. If it doesn't work, we go to another one. So this is part of that innovation testing process until we find one that actually works. Sometimes when you go through this process, it becomes pretty clear from dominant information that you got a solution. No, that's fine. You just move forward. But often you have to go through this kind of a struggling process because no one knows the exact answer, because it's unique. We've never seen it before. We don't know what to do. You're not going to come up with the perfect answer, but you'll narrow it down. You know, all that expertise is going to get you fairly close, and then you have to tweak it and refine it and modify it, and that's what this process is about. And then once you've got identified the right solution, then you force it out into the execution, you implement it company-wide or project-wide or whatever.